20 years ago, America was attacked on September 11, 2001. Since then, over 60,000 troops have been killed, wounded, become ill, or been injured as a result of being deployed to the Middle East. My name is Shannon Tuimalealiifano, and my family is included in that number. My husband was evacuated from Afghanistan in 2007 with a broken neck that resulted in him becoming quadriplegic. Our children were 6, 4, and 9 months old at the time. In 2014, I was invited to join the Elizabeth Dole Foundation and the Hidden Heroes campaign to bring to America's attention the desperate plight of military caregivers. In 2015, I was invited to help design a caregiver support initiative called the Military and Veteran Caregiver Network. These experiences led me to realize some things that directly affected the recovery of troops and their families. First, that the government's obligation was to the service member, not the family member. Second, that if a family didn't heal together, they often didn't heal well. Third, many of the programs that had developed treated the symptoms of what was devastating military families, but not necessarily the root causes. Substance abuse, domestic violence, depression, homelessness, suicide, they always shared the common thread of unaddressed grief and loss that degenerated into something more destructive. I also realized inherent aspects of military life made it feasible to successfully address this common thread. How? By capitalizing on the most supportive aspects of military service: community, empowerment, and continuing education. Why these elements? I based my opinion on experience, historical data from DoD and the VA on the influence of combat veterans with each other, research studies of the efficacy of peer support, and the undeniable success of programs utilizing a peer support framework, such as TAPS, Alcoholics Anonymous, and Mothers of Preschoolers or MOPS. So using these elements of community, empowerment, and continuing education, I designed a pilot program I call Fatu Toa Village. Fatu Toa means Heart of a Warrior, and it's a military-based type community designed for the disabled and families of the fallen. Why a community? Because that's what we lost first and missed most when something happens to our service member. Am I fundraising for this pilot project to launch? No, I'm not. I'm calling on anyone with a mission to help military and military families to band together, lend their expertise, and join a collaborative effort of government, corporate, nonprofit, philanthropic, and faith-based organizations to make a lasting impact on our military, but in a way that allows us to be a part of paying it forward to the next family who gets a phone call or a visitor that changes our lives forever. Charity Navigator reports that Americans give $2.5 billion annually to over 40,000 charities with a mission to support the military and their families. Americans want to help military families. Foundations want to support causes and collaborations. Organizations want to spend donor dollars wisely, expand their supportive reach, and deepen their mission impact. But our military families don't want to be pitied. We want to be empowered. We welcome being supported, but only for the purpose of stabilizing so that we can overcome crisis. We are trained and conditioned to fight for each other and think about leading the way for those coming after us on how to heal well and live fully. So what is in this pilot plan? Land acquisition, design development, partnerships for groundbreaking different community aspects, and of course the inclusion of families further along in the healing process to mentor and guide the new people. So what's needed next for this pilot? Partners. Organizations interested in being innovative and collaborative in order to be more effective. Why? Because there are over 5.5 million military caregivers in America. There are over 100,000 family members receiving support because a service member has died. The need is undeniable. Healing begins at home, but where is home once home is broken? Help us to shine the light of hope in the darkest night of broken military hearts, because military families should not be acceptable collateral damage.